What are the steps you can take after narcissistic abuse? Breaking trauma bonds. This is a topic in today's video. This is what we're going to talk about. I'll tell you from my experience what are the steps I took to come out of a relationship that left me depleted. What are the steps I took to heal myself? My name is Vinny and I call myself a survivor. This channel is for individuals who've been through narcissistic relationship abuse. And on this channel, we cover topics in relation to narcissism. And every now and then, I share my own love story with a covert, cunning narcissist. This video is coming straight from New Zealand. And if you have suffered at the hands of a covert narcissistic lady, you're more than welcome to reach out to me if you would like. You and I could have shared the same feelings for this narcissistic lady. So if it all sounds good to you, then go ahead and like and subscribe to my channel. Also click on that bell icon so you come to know whenever I put a new video. Live in the reality. This is my tip to anyone who's struggling to heal from this narcissistic abuse. That's what I did. By now, you would already know what a trauma bond is and why and how these trauma bonds are created when we are in these relationship with these narcs. So that part you already know, but it's important to break that trauma bond. And a very important thing to break the trauma bond and to heal is to live in the reality. No more denial. You have to be relieved that now that this narcissist or narcissistic individual is gone from your life, life is good. You don't have to depend on their bullshit, on their love bombing, all the facade, all the lies. No need to hear you being put down. No need to be confused, gaslighted. All that is over now. Life is really, really good. And I know it's easier said than done, but with time, life would actually become better. There's no future faking that was happening in this relationship, and when you were in the relationship, there's no more future faking, there's no more love bombing. That was all a fantasy. The narc was making you live in a fantasy world. It's never coming to reality. It would have never come to reality because that was all a facade. That was all a lie that the narc wanted you to believe in. How to live in reality? I'll give you a few tips, a few things that I did in my own life after I came out of this relationship. Well, actually, some of the things I already started when I was being devalued, and some of the things I started doing when the relationship got over. So the first thing I started that I still do is journaling. How are you feeling? What are you feeling? And why are you feeling? It's important for you to write, make note of all these things at the end of the day. If you're missing the fantasy, the lies, the contempt, the abandonment, the abuse, surely you'll not be missing all these things. I'm pretty sure it's not this thing that you're missing. You're missing something else. What is it that you're missing? Bring that, write that on a piece of paper, and again go through it every day and try and figure out what exactly is it that kept you with these or kept you hooked to these narcissistic individuals. Try and educate yourself on the disorder. That is a big one for me. I went on YouTube, I went on different websites to get my hands on everything that's related to this topic of narcissism, and I tried to educate myself. You'll come to know how evil these people are, and that would make you a very strong person. Your world will not be the same once you come out of the situation in a healthy way. And for you to come out of this situation in a healthy way, you have to educate yourself that you have to think about it this way, that you were manipulated. You don't have to put too much pressure on yourself. Discard their texts, discard their gifts, discard their videos, discard their pictures, discard everything that is related to these people. That's what I did, and that helped me a lot to come out of this trauma bond, try and break the trauma bond. These are some of the ways that help a person to try and separate reality from the fake fantasy. treat yourself with respect and compassion. This is what I was struggling with initially when the relationship got over. I was into a lot of self-talk, and that was negative self talk. You have to stop doing that. You were just victimized, and it's okay. You are a survivor, and you just need to move on and be good to yourself. If you stop You need to stop this negative self-talk. If you don't, then you're digging a hole for yourself, and that is the same thing that these narcs were doing when you were in a relationship with them. So you have to come out of it by treating yourself well. You have to do things that make you feel important. You have to engage in something called self-love. You have to look after yourself. You have to look after your body. You have to look after everything that matters to you. This was okay. This relationship was just a bad choice that you made, but now it's been fixed somehow. Either you've been discarded or the person has discarded you. That's about it. One more thing that helped me to heal was to find the hook. You have to find out the real reason what kept you engaged with these narcissistic individuals. You have to write it down. You have to journal it. It's a very important step. You knew that, or well, I knew that she was a sick person. I came to know that she was not mentally stable. She was facing depression at the time, which was absolutely okay. But what she did not tell me was she had, or what I did not know about was that she had these traits of narcissistic individuals. Still, what kept me in the relationship for so long, that's what I tried to figure out. That's what I tried to make a note of. Once you identify what has kept you hooked to these people, what promises of theirs was keeping you hooked. They were providing you with something that kept you hooked, whether it is sex, whether it's the admiration, all those kind of things, validation, love, attention, praise, all these kind of things. You need to find a possible hook. There has to be a hook, and you have to work on yourself. Narcs know what keeps you hanging on, and that is why they give it to you sparingly. They would not give everything to you. They would give you these things slowly, and they would give you that in minimal quantity because they know that you're going to be hooked to them, and you will remain in the relationship for a long time. So that is what you need to work on. And once you find the hook, you have to find out why exactly is it that you need somebody else's validation and somebody else's support when you should be okay on your own. Why is it that you need somebody else to validate you? Why is it that you need somebody else's love, attention, when if you're not able to give it to yourself on your own? So those are the things that you need to work on. Those are the things that I worked on. I try and spread the word about these narcissists because it's so important for other people to know the dark world that these people create for us and the dark world that these people live in. So it's important to do that as well. That definitely was another reason that helped me to heal. That's made me come to where I am at the moment when I'm trying to help other people in this to come out of this relationship or come out of these toxic relationships. Anyway, that's all for today, and we will talk again soon. I will bring more topics like this one, all in relation to narcissism. For now, I just have to say look after yourself, take care of yourself, love yourself, and I'll talk to you again. Bye for now.